Full banger is coming in from Felicity featuring the Tribe UG. The song is Weekending. Yeah, welcome back from Weekending. And now we have brought the founder and team lead of the Tribe UG. You guys listen to their podcasts. You guys probably listen to some of their music like this song. And now we get to hear from Mr. CEO himself. Apparently there are here people calling you Ninja Felix. Tell me about the Ninja beat.
Thanks for having me, first of all.
Yeah, how you doing? How you feeling?
I'm good. It's always a vibe when I come to Radio City.
It's nice to have you here.
Yeah, and I'm still in the weekend mood, hence weekending.
Right.
Trying to adjust to the new week.
Yeah, man, new week, I give them new month, but you have to adjust twice. The struggle. How you doing? How you feeling? How's the Tribe doing?
I'm good. The Tribe UG, we are good. We are pushing, we are building, and we are here today. To talk to you guys about the Tribe UG and everything.
That's beautiful.
We love to hear it. So now, getting into exactly what I want to know right now, and what I'm sure many people are asking themselves. The Tribe UG. What exactly do you specify in doing a particular thing? Because I know you people have podcasts which are very well attended to and listened to and watched, but also I'm seeing you guys do a lot of music as well. Because I think earlier this year, was it Aijuka who did a song recently?
So first things first, there are two Tribe UGs. They're different.
There is
that, and there is us. The Tribe UG, we've been in the industry for over a decade. By the industry, I mean the urban music industry. We've done a lot of properties like the UG Pop Awards, the Tribe UG podcast, the Tribe UG Press Play, where we shoot free music videos for artists.
Wow.
We started as a blog. I was in a board lecture. I started a blog because I wanted to have a place where we can discuss Ugandan hip hop. At that particular moment, there was no one who was discussing Ugandan hip hop in detail. And along the way, this blog has grown into different things. We have a digital magazine, we have a podcast, we have the Press Play property where we develop content. We also do produce events like the Hip Hop Awards. We do collaborate with artists on a lot of their projects in terms of managing the projects, distributing the projects, licensing the project. So all in all, our goal is to add value onto this urban industry that we like so much, that we are passionate about.
Would you say that is what inspired starting the Tribe?
So I wouldn't say that is what started, but I would say it has evolved into that direction. Okay,
so what is the other that you think that inspired?
What inspired was us to have a place where we could discuss Ugandan hip hop.
I love
At that particular moment, this is the tribeug.blogspot.com. That's 2012, 2013.
Wow.
There was no platform that was discussing Ugandan hip hop. Those who did discuss the mainstream artists, popular artists that everyone knew. Yet we felt like there is a plethora of talent out there, like a lot of talented guys that we needed to shine a spotlight on. So with that in our mind, we embarked on this journey, and this journey has led us to different highs and lows, from being featured in Forbes Africa to CNN to all these other platforms. And now today we are here at Radio City. Normally when I come to Radio City, I'm bringing an artist, or I'm bringing a client.
This time you're the artist, right?
Today it's me. The last time I think I spoke on Radio City, we had Mr. DJ, and we were really bringing the Tribe UG website to life. And he was one of the people who said, come through to the station, talk about what you guys do. So it's been an incredible journey, and we've enjoyed it, and we're here today to see how far we can take it, especially the next decade.
That's nice to hear. You've been in business for over a decade. I want to know, do you feel like what you embarked on to start with, the journey that you decided to take, do you feel like you have actually moved in the right direction?
I think we have moved in the right direction, given that the partners we've brought into the industry. We have had a lot of milestones, and we have had a lot of indicators, for lack of a better terming, let me call them KPIs, to show us that we are moving in the right direction. So this is from 2013 to 2016, we started the Hip Hop Awards. From the Hip Hop Awards, we did the M10 Pulse rap battles, where we went throughout the country.
Wow.
I remember those.
And all these projects, we've had different partners. We've had Radio City as a media partner. We've had airlines as partners, because we've brought in some couple of hip hop artists from out of the country. So all these different things have shown us we are moving in the right direction. And for us, it has been a question of how do we evolve to cater for the industry that is evolving, and then also how do we continue to to be part of a progressive industry. For example, when I came to Radio City, you guys weren't here, but today you guys are the host. So the question becomes, how do I make sure tomorrow I can call you and we collaborate, we work together, things like that. Okay.
That's nice.
That's amazing. How do you come up with these ideas for the content that you put out?
So I was having this discussion with someone a few days ago, and it hit me that most of the things that we are executing today as the tribe are things that I came up with 5 years ago.
Wow.
So ideally, the idea comes, but at the same time, you don't have the capacity to execute right away. You don't have the resources to execute right away. So when the resources and the capacity comes along, you get into executing. So that means as you bring on partners on board to execute, for them, they are looking at the project right now, but where you are looking at it 3-5 years from today, because you've been with the idea for long. So it's a situation where you have to bring the partners and the people you're working with, you're collaborating with, to buy into the idea that you have, and you hope they see the vision the way you see the vision.
Okay. Speaking of seeing visions, I see myself entering the ring. Speaking of entering the ring, the song is Enter the Ring, coming in from Timothy Code and Apas Bagonza. I did not know these two had a song. Wow.
So
wow.
To say a few things, this song, we did it when we were at university. Code was in Mukono. We jumped, me and my people, we jumped in on a taxi. We went to Mukono to shoot it. Apas came through. Shout out to him. When we got done shooting it, we edited it, and then it was our first time looking for a sponsor. We went out to a couple of beverage companies. One of them said no. We got out, we crossed the road, went to the one opposite them, and luckily enough,
those ones jumped.
They were like, yes, let's go. So for us, it was sort of like a testament in terms of like how far we've come and the people we've come with. Because if you look at Code today, he's doing
something
amazing
somewhere else. Josh SB, who shot it, is leading the content team at Swang. So
wow.
In all, we are proud of the people we've worked with and the people we've collaborated with along the way.
I'm definitely sure they are proud of you as well. Anyway, with just 12 minutes past 2 p.m., it's time for us to get into this number 9 jam, coming in from Timothy Code and Apas Bagonza. It's Enter the Ring. Tuned into the Mid-Morning Magazine. My name is Jolette.
And of course, Miss ICI to the C to the Y.
Yeah, man, we are not in studio alone. You know, this hour is my top 10. So let me stop talking because it's not my hour.
No, it's not.
His name is Felix Byaruhanga, right?
Yes.
I have a problem pronouncing Western names. I don't know why. Honestly, they give me headache. But it's nice to have you in studio with us. How you feeling? How you doing?
I'm good.
Okay.
Thanks for having me once again.
Anytime. Now, this brings me to a question. I've been wondering, the Tribe UG definitely, specifies and does a lot in voicing and a lot of making sure that the hip-hop industry is where it's supposed to be. How do you pick out the artists or the people you're going to use for your podcasts? How do you select these people?
Okay, for the podcast, we have a producer.
Okay.
He's called Hassa from the family Hassa.
Okay.
Pretty much what we do for the podcast, we send him a short list of who we think should be interviewed this season and why should they appear on the podcast. By we, I mean as the hosts, because the podcast has 4 hosts. And then after that, because we are 4 people, we send him the list. Each person sends a list, so he has to consolidate all those 4 lists and come up with one solid list. And of course, we go back and forth on terms of discussing why this person is right, why this person is not right, why this person should be on this episode. But in the general scheme, when it comes to the Tribe UG, we work with pretty much every artist. Normally, what we do is that if we're going to work with every artist, we look at the resources we have. Because the resources we have may not be enough to sort of like bring the vision that you have to life. So sometimes we sort of like align to see, okay, this one is perfect for the podcast, this one is perfect for a press play, this one is perfect for just a feature on our website, things like that.
Lately, it's been so much of, those things of how many followers the person has. The person's social media presence does not matter at all.
Not really. For us, one of the things we look at is the talent.
Oh, okay. Then we are good to go.
Because even us at one point we had 0 followers.
Yeah, true. You had to start somewhere.
Yeah, and people still believed in us. People still came on our platform.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much the same. And we are looking at it from a perspective of 3-10 years down the road. Someone can look back and say, okay, these guys gave me a platform when I had nothing. Yeah.
That's true. Now, how do you engage with your audience and build a community around your podcast?
Yeah. So one thing I came to learn is that you don't build a community, you facilitate a community.
Oh, I like that.
So for us, our community started way back when we had a website.
Yeah.
This website was an audience of people who consume Ugandan hip hop.
Yeah.
So for us, it became a question of how do we present Ugandan hip hop to people in different formats.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the way consuming has been happening digitally, you find that people stopped discovering music on blogs. People had access to streaming platforms, they had playlists. So when people moved to playlist, we partnered with Tidal to do an African hip hop playlist.
Ooh.
So we facilitated the growth in that perspective. And when content continued evolving, when podcasts came along and when podcasts were a big deal, we're like, okay, now it's time to tap into the podcasting community and build it. So it's a point of like people are consuming differently and we have to keep up with the way they consume so that we can continue giving them the content they want to consume.
Anyway, there's something that I've been wondering, especially when it comes to, the artists you pick out. How do you follow them up to make sure that they are still up there, they are still doing the job, they're still pushing hip hop as much as you gave them the platform to start? How do you follow them up?
One of the things how we follow up, first of all, is the website. The website is dedicated to curating what's happening in the industry. So in that case, you may not come on the podcast, but you can still send us your music to review it and to have it on the website or to speak about it on the podcast. And of course, digital has helped us a long way in the sense that we still follow these people on social media. Whenever they need help, we chip in and help. For artists who have gone as far as getting sort of like management structure around them, we've gone a long way to sort of like mentor their managers. Because in most cases, guys choose their friends to be their managers.
And that's never good, mixing business and pleasure.
Yes, so as we come in to sort of like help with a mentorship, to be like, hey, you want to get Radio City, this we speak to. You want to do this is how you do it, this is how you go about it.
Oh,
yeah.
You guys are really nice. You're actually proper nurturing talent.
That's good.
That's so good.
Yeah.
I want to know, what's the most challenging part of podcasting?
The most challenging part of podcasting. There are a lot of challenges.
Please, you can give them to us.
For us, it's been sort of like a growth curve in the sense that when we started with season 1, we didn't have our own equipment, so we had to rely on someone.
Yeah.
So you would record a podcast and then post-production, there is like a 5-minute segment missing out of the podcast.
Wow.
And then you're like, hey, what happened?
That's a lot.
And you had someone seated monitoring the audio. So we're like, okay, now we have to get our own equipment. So you get your own equipment and then you start producing. Now it becomes an issue of like, okay, how do I stay consistent? How do I stay relevant, dedicated? Because there's fatigue, and the people who are on the podcast, they have day jobs, they have 9 to 5s that take them through the week. So challenges are versatile, but then I think the challenges are what makes it fun, are the ones that make it worthwhile to sort of like, hey, I'm dedicating my time and effort to this.
Yeah.
So, and the fact that for us, the podcast is an idea that came 3-5 years ago. It's a matter of now saying that okay, we are looking at the future, like how do we want this product to look like 10 years, 5 years from now. And gladly we've been able to sort of like strategize to make sure that we get to those 10 years from today, and we have a picture of what we want it to look like.
Visualizers, these ones know where they're headed. You must know as well. Anyway, let's get into a short break, and when we do return, we are getting into the more of the life of Felix, who has been the founder and also, team lead for the Tribe UG. They're making moves in the hip hop industry in Uganda. I feel like we wouldn't have had a lot of artists for hip hop if these guys hadn't actually selected the cream de la cream.
I love it.
You know what I mean? Anyway, we're going in for a short break, and in the meantime, grab yourself.
Some Mirinda.
Simple.
Do it again, again, we can do it again, again, we can do it again, do it again.
Tuvayo ngaziko kolima. The song is Buli Kiro. Buli Kiro, as in every night. coming in from Play 01 and J-Wats.
J-Wats.
Ugandans are not playing when it comes to good music. And this comes in at Felix's number 4. We're counting down his top 10 songs on Radio City 97 FM, the station that loves life and loves music. Felix!
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm good.
How's the energy now so far?
The energy so far, the vibe is right. The only problem is the drinks are not flowing.
Boskev, hi.
Wink.
But the energy is right.
We shall make sure Boskev works on that ASAP. Anyway, we're getting to know you a little bit more, and there is something that has just hit my attention right now. You've been nominated in a certain category for the Africa Podcasters and Voiceover Artists Awards 2024. Tell me about this. How did you hear about these awards, and what category were you nominated for and why?
So we've been nominated in 2 categories. That's the Tribe G podcast. We've been nominated in the music category and the arts and culture category.
Nice.
We got to know about the awards, I think, because as guys who are podcasters, because we produce 3 podcasts. We produce one for Uganda Childcaster Foundation, one for Ministry of ICT called the Ugandan Podcast, and also the Tribe G podcast. So we are always paying attention to what's happening across the continent and across the globe, sort of like be in line with the trends that are happening. So we got to know about them. We submitted for the various categories, and these 2 categories are the ones we managed to land. We were super happy because like producer Hassan said, we get to validate the work we put in, and this time on a continental level, not only in Uganda. And also it goes a long way to show that we're on the right track, and also to sort of like say shout out to the guests who have come on to the podcast, because they have sort of like made it what it is, and have helped us to hit this milestone.
That's beautiful. So just being recognized alone by the APVA is a big deal. I would like to know, how is this helping in your in your journey in this industry?
So it is helping in multiple ways, in the sense that I don't do this alone. There are a lot of people who get to chip in and also to sort of like design what the Tribe G podcast sounds like, looks like, and also what gets out there. So there's a lot of people back there, from the guys who shoot, the guys who edit, the photographer we have on set, the producer, my fellow co-hosts. So it's a lot of that goes into bringing it to life. And for us, it's sort of like to say that for example, I give you an example. Last year, the podcast managed to make it to CNN, to be profiled on CNN, and this time it's nominated. So it goes to show that we're on the right track, and then also that to tell other people who are within the industry, to sort of like say, hey, this is a trusted platform. This is a platform like that you can rely on. It has been it has sort of like had, because these awards are sort of like our auditors, sort of to say, they sort of like, they're not biased. These are people who don't know what happens in Uganda. These are people outside there in Africa who are going to judge the awards on to judge the podcast on its merit and what it brings to the table. So in brief, it's sort of like to say that shout out to everyone who has supported us, and we're excited, man. We're excited, and we're excited to see where it goes after for the next 10 years.
Well, I mean, it's clearly going well, because if you're being nominated Africa-wide, chill Uganda, our small country, like, look, you're now being recognized internationally. That's amazing. How would you say that has, upgraded or made your work easier? Or do you feel like people have gotten to know you now a little bit more because of this? How has it helped?
So, speaking from someone who has organized the awards, definitely it sort of like adds something onto what we are doing and onto what we are building. It's from that experience, it's from that background that I know such awards play a huge role in not only building a profile, but also sort of like say putting a stamp onto the work you're doing. The work you're doing. So on the plus side, as a company, because the Tribe G is under Skyline Media, as a parent company, we are proud to be producing award-nominated content. Sort of like to say our clients continue trusting us, continue believing in us. We are doing great content. And to the hip-hop industry, this is only the beginning, pretty much. We are just getting re-energized. We are just starting.
Okay. Okay. Katandi kabutandi. Anyway, how do you feel, I'm just wondering, how do you feel about you not being the only tribe UG? Because when we started, you mentioned that, there's another guy, but how do you feel about that? Does that, bring any confusion to your fans? Does it cause a problem, when you're trying to share with people what you do?
First of all, shout out to other tribe UG. We are doing something different.
Great,
and it also has traction. People believe in it. It has an audience. Yes, definitely there's some confusion. But we are proud to say that we have the sole trademark of the Tribe UG.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So in a few days or in a few weeks, we are going to let the lawyers sort it out.
Trouble. Hey, it's about to go down.
I love this.
I'm laughing so hard because I know one of the members of the other tribe. So I'm just like, oh, it's over. Anyway,
but I meant it. We are happy that they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's something that is needed within the content industry and in the creators' economy. Actually,
they just need to find a new name.
Probably, yeah.
That's
I get it. I actually get it. It's very necessary, honestly, because the confusion can't keep going on.
Yeah. We've bumped into each other at events. They're happy. They're like, hey, they think I'm you. Because we've been doing this for
a long
time, and for them, anyway. I'll stop my conversation there before I get into problems. Anyway, let's get back into the music with his number 3 track coming in from Mutono. I've seen a lot of Mutono on your...
So the reason why we have a lot of Mutono is simple. The earlier Mutono you played, it's a track between Mutono, Damzy, and the Count Makla. The Count Makla and Damzy are co-hosts of the podcast.
Okay.
The Count wrote the song, and Damzy happened to feature on it as the person singing on the hook. It's called Again, and it's one of the songs we've shot a press play for, where we shoot free music videos for.
Yeah.
And this next one, Pound or Shillings, it's simple. It's in the title, Pound or Shillings. We are looking for that money.
Okay.
And whether it's shillings, whether it's pounds, we have the accounts. The money will reflect.
Speaking of reflecting, man, together more pounds or shillings. Don't come at me asking how much, just send the money. Coming in from Mutono, the song is Pound or Shillings. Just after this short break, keep it Radio City. Step aside. I am the same dynamite. I keep telling myself I don't like hip-hop until I hear the lyrics. I'm like, oh my God.
I know.
Anyway, Ugandan hip-hop playing for you at exactly 6 minutes to the top of the hour. You're tuned into the Mid-Morning Magazine. My name is Jolat.
And of course, Miss ICI to the C to the Y. We are not alone in studio. We are with the amazing Felix, all the way from the Tribe UG.
Yeah, man. Sadly, this is... I won't tell people. Well, my guys. Anyway, Felix, how... let me ask, how has it been, first of all, preparing to get to these nominations? What amount of work do you feel like you have put in, and how has it paid off so far?
The amount of work has been a lot because we are in our 4th season, our 4th year of the Tribe UG podcast. And it has been a gradual improvement after improvement. Season 1 was audio alone. Season 2 we got into audio visual. It has been audio visual since then up to now. And for us, it's been a constant way of asking ourselves, how do we keep improving? Because at the end of the day, we are sort of quote-unquote the leaders in our space. And that is the music and urban space. And us now reaching at this moment, now we're asking ourselves, what's the next step after the nomination? And we hope, or we want the next step to be the win.
Oh, yeah.
And with that being said, guys, go vote for the Tribe UG podcast in the arts category and the music and culture music category. If you check the Tribe UG Twitter, that's at the Tribe_UG. You'll see a link that has been going out with the tweets that have been posted. That link is the one for voting.
Yeah, if not, you can just go and look for APVA.Africa and pick where you want to vote. Don't just pick anyhow. As long as you see the Tribe UG, that is where you put a vote.
Yeah. And also, voting is free, right?
Yeah, voting is free.
Perfect. Voting is
there are
free.
people who are causing issues. I know. Anyway, and aside from that, let's get into just a little something that you like to do in your free time. What does Felix do with his free time when he's not busy getting nominated and he's not making music, looking for a way to put the next episode in? What are you doing with your free time?
I indulge small.
Hey.
Aliko. Boske, wink. A small indulgence.
Let's leave indulging aside. I want to know, are there any other Ugandans who have been lucky enough to be nominated?
Yeah, we have Maritza, the poet. She came on the TribeG podcast. She did a poem called the 20-point program.
Wow.
And that poem got nominated.
Nice.
There is Esther Irene Mutuzo, another poet. There is Alex Suna.
Yeah.
He has a podcast in tech.
Yeah.
It has also been nominated. I think those are the ones I have on off head.
That's beautiful. You guys are putting Uganda on the map. Thank you.
We're trying our best, and it's because of support of partners like Radio City.
We are humbled.
Flowers for us. Thank you so much. We receive them. We receive them. Anyway, we have just 3 minutes to the top of the hour. It's sad that it's true, but we have to bring this to a close. And before we go, I just want to know, let Ugandans know, how else can we support you to make sure we bag that win?
Yeah, guys, just vote as much as you can. You can vote more than once. Voting closes 10th August.
Okay.
So I was talking to some people. They have gotten their emails from their family members to vote.
Yes.
So if you have those pseudo accounts that you have,
I have 3 emails. Don't worry.
Hey, you're reporting us.
So just go out there, vote. Don't vote for the TribeG alone. Vote for also other Ugandans.
Yeah, in the different categories.
Yeah, let's bring these awards home. We, as Ugandans, we are doing a lot of incredible work. We are telling Ugandan stories. And the more we have encouragement from you people, is the more we can tell the stories.
Yeah.
Oh well, apparently studio audience has a question.
No, I don't have a question. Actually, I think the APV is a very good thing for Uganda.
Yeah.
And all of us at large, especially. I'm also the judge.
Wow.
Yeah, you didn't know.
Oh my God.
So can we pass by you to get some votes in?
So I'm actually. You're not supposed to cheat. Let's be real.
Yes.
Let's cheat. Let's stay away from cheating. It's not allowed.
We don't have 500 million, but we have some.
If you're cheating, you should be cheating big. But for the country, for the good of the country, I think cheating is not good. But let's vote. These guys are doing amazing work. The realm of podcasting and voice association, because the whole awards, the APV awards, are not just for podcasters alone. There are those people who have, if you've ever done an advert on radio, TV, voice of artist, or narrated for a movie, or anything, podcast. I mean, what this
spoken word,
audio books, spoken word. All those have been considered for the APVs. But if you missed to submit your work for the APVs 2024, there is 2025. So and I want to give you this guarantee. I'm a judge on the panel of the African other judges. So you never know what happened.
I was going to tell him say it with chest. Anyway, sadly but truly, we've got to let you go and leave you in the capable hands of the loveliest Terry and Phil Kiria to take you through the jam. It's been lovely, and after the jam, what do we do?
The jam floor fillers.
Come on, Soul DJ. Banage, baddest female DJ in the city. My goodness, it's exactly 3 p.m. and we'll let his number 1 song play. Well, this clearly shows what he indulges in. The number 1 is called what? Party in Bandali. Is there anything else you want to tell our listeners before we go, Felix?
Just to say shout out to the listeners of Radio City, and also shout out to the team at Radio City. I mean, when we started the Hip Hop Awards, Radio City was one of the first people to give us sponsorship. Every time we have an artist we've collaborated with and we are putting out their material, Radio City again has been there for us. So shout out to everyone at Radio City, the Slaughter Ellies, everyone. Man. And also shout out to everyone who supported the TribeG for the last 10 years. Let's keep supporting, let's keep building.
Anyway, guys, we'll get you guys tomorrow, same time,
same place.
Don't touch that dial. Keep it Radio City. Number 1 party in Bandali.
Step aside, SAIK, I'ma finish this beat tonight. SAIK,
I know I'm